screen when everything is ready. So, thankfully, that pause should be over. Haven't yet had the unpause noted from admins, though. So hopefully...
we have a bit of delay, so that could be... It could be playing right now, and we'll find out soon. But you can see in the console that the admin is typing in there to the players. I say you can see, me and Stress can. I'm not sure if you can at home.
It has been unpaused, so we got the 90-second delay here, so... Phew! Okay, disaster over. Sweet. Gifts keeping you happy in chat. Party on, dancing.
So,
yes.
Because you weren't here when we were radio broadcasting, again, just to update, 2-0 is the scoreline to Team Global. Clan-Mystik more than likely will be ecoing this round on CT side, and then trying to win as many rounds as physically possible for them going into T side themselves. Just a bit of history, last time these two teams played this map was last week. It went into a double overtime. Now, because Team Global have to play again fairly shortly, they're not going to want that to happen, because then awkward things ensue.
But at the same time, they're now a map down, so they've got to finish this one quickly, and then take the next map, which is Mirage, which I believe you mentioned that was pretty close as well between the two. So,
yeah.
You know, if they want to play quick, they are the ones that are going to have to control all of that. So, okay, good. We've worked through most of the delay here, and we are ready to go back into game. Round 3. You haven't missed too much. Apologies that you had to miss any. That's not the intention at all, but there we go. Ready's unpaused, and we're into the round.
We are into the round. Unfortunately, technical issues are always a part of online casting, but yep, it's going to be another eco. A couple of CZs, P250 as well in the mix for Clan-Mystik, and as you'd expect, I would pretty much expect Team Global to pick up this round comfortably, unless something crazy happens from Clan-Mystik. We have seen crazier things happen, but there's Twist and Dennis opening the round up, get themselves a third, and before you know it, in the blink of an eye, Team Global, they've picked up the B-bomb. They're going to get the bomb planted. Dennis chimes in with a kill. It's all on Shoxy, and he drops without much resistance. So, perfect anti-eco from Team Global. Buy-up will be in effect from Clan-Mystik.
Well, I said they might have to do it quickly. That was certainly a good start to that round for Global here. But this is a tough round that they've got to get through. Actually, Mystik opting for the double AWP. We see this fairly commonly on Dust 2, and we'll see how it's going to work out for Clan-Mystik, as they are putting a lot into this round to make sure they can halt Global here. But oh, actually, SF's going to get dropped very quickly, as is GMX. And now it's just the two AWPs and Mistu that remain here. And oh man, this is a tight spot to be in, because Global have a lot of options from here. It's just making sure they avoid those AWPs as they round any corners. And it looks like they're going to push on towards A from short. Shoxy gets the first. Shoxy can't quite get the second. And now Mystik, they're going to save the one AWP up on B site and relinquish point A.
And Kiyoshima wants to save this orb. There's no two ways about it. He's not going to go on a 1v4. Twist on 1 hit point is quite a crazy stat to rattle off there. But, you know, I want to pose a question to you, Stress. Just looking at the more psychological aspect of the game as this round kind of draws to its conclusion, who do you feel that pause actually favours? Was Shoxy being ill? That actually could work in Team Global's favour pretty nicely.
Oh, the round wasn't quite done, and they actually lose that AWP as well. Oh man.
Scumbag Gravity claims himself another life.
How does it even work?
Oh man. I think he's probably a bit red-faced at this point.
I'm guessing the pause didn't do too well for Twist either.
His brain AFK'd on him. To be fair though, that is kind of unfortunate. I didn't think he'd take fall damage from that. But Clan-Mystik, they bought up, and they're back to 4-0. I mean, this is where Team Global kind of dropped off on Inferno, but they're going to look to just come out swinging here. And to be fair, on T side, they could rack up a hell of a lot of rounds here very, very quickly.
And A site is open again. It's very aggressive plays defensively out by Mystik, but it's kind of actually open just a door through mid, and they've just gone up short and They're going to get the bomb down here, and it's kind of role reversal here. Really only is Twist on the T side of the map. He may be able to get a couple of members of Mystik as they rotate. He got one, but so many members of Mystik were there to deal with him. But Global have the bomb down. And now this tight corner. Crims should be able to do pretty well with that AK. It's actually Sight that's going to get the first. Now Sight gets a second as SF pushed around the corner and smoked out Mystik. Maybe Shoxy's just going to look to save that AK here because Kiyoshima has fallen as well. And it's another round for Global. A good attempt by Mystik at pushing up aggressively to get those picks, but it did not pay off.
Yeah, close but no cigar for them. 5-0 the scoreline. AK was saved. They've got enough money, more than enough to buy on up. And they desperately need this one. They're in such a precarious position already. And Team Global, they seem to have just got into their stride. Double A AWP as well for them. Olaf Meister and Dennis. And one of the reasons for that on Dust too is there's so many long areas to cover. There's Dennis. Will be chiming in with the first kill. Olaf Meister picks up the second. He could get a third. There we go. Team Global exploding as he picks up his third of the round. Oh my goodness. And you said before Team Global wanted to finish this one off quickly. My God, were you right. Already looks like it's 6-0 unless Kiyoshima pulls off the play of a lifetime, which I really doubt he will. As good as Kiyoshima is 1v5 with an AWP, and he's being encircled. Twist is going to take down this kill. Easy peasy. Team Global 6-0 ahead.
Man, that double AWP, just, as you said, long areas, really just able to get those picks. And I'd love to break that down a little bit more for you, but quite simply, it was exactly how it looked. Just reigning supreme through the long side of things. And man, Global 6-0. It's kind of role reversal from the last game. Mystik, however, of course, will have that economy boost, has been kicked in from the last round, but you can see the Thamus on GMX here wasn't quite able to full buy, but Shox is going to take the first kill in the round, and now it's 4 members of Global remaining, and they get themselves onto a point. Smokes come out over short, is really going to deny Dennis that view up onto the site, but through the mid, oh, GMX with that Thamus couldn't quite get the kill, but it is going to get picked up as Kiyoshima did pick off Twist in the end. And it's a 3v2. Suddenly it has flipped back as Olaf Meister and crew did manage to put themselves in the lead with the numbers. And now Mystik have to work their way up through mid. There's an AWP watching it from Dennis. And 2 more members remaining. Doesn't even look like they want to try it here.
Yeah, it's just too hard a challenge for them. And at this kind of stage of the game, you want to keep every single weapon you possibly can because their economy is just in that kind of situation where it's not looking good. I mean, it's that simple. I know it seems like an understatement, but it really is not looking good for them at all. They are going to have the losing bonus coming in, so they're going to have money in that way, but the problem is that they're going to lose Shoxy again with about a second to go, if that. I can't really say any more than this. Just Team Global, they seem to have stepped up multiple levels, and Clan-Mystik have just disintegrated. Their confidence is shot to pieces.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one when you look at it. And actually, something I just wanted to check, guys. Apparently there's a couple of audio issues, and I'm watching Dennis right now as he's appearing into B. If your audio and video are synced properly, could you let us know in chat? Because I know there does seem to be a problem. Normally refreshing does sort the issue out, but there's the opening kill for Kiyoshima. Now Dennis, a little bit caught in the headlights as well, is going to get smoked out. And now he's forced away. But yeah, if you guys are synced up properly, that would be great if you could let us know in chat, because I want to check whether it's a problem for everybody or whether it's a problem for just a select few.
Yeah, this is a bit of a known issue with Hitbox at times, but it's easily remedied. That's the good news. GMX is going to get the kill, and this could be the moment that Clan-Mystik really step up to the plate. It's just Crims remaining. He is a gifted player, but is he gifted enough for this 1v4? Not quite. And GMX will pick up another kill in that round. So 1-7 the scoreline. And the bad news for Clan-Mystik is that if they were to lose this round, they've now just lost their bonus per round they lose. So this could be bad news if Clan-Mystik actually lose this one as well.
Yeah, and you see that even Mistu couldn't really. He has that Famous this round as well, so it is a tough spot for them. But it looks like the audio issue is okay for some people, so what that means is it's actually not on our side of things. That was what I was double checking, but Shoxy takes down Olofmeister to start. And Dennis will answer it, takes down Shox in mid. And now the pace is slow. It's actually SF going to push up for Sipe. Got a bit of damage down through the doors, but took some in return. And that aggressive play is actually going to force Sipe all the way back around. And it's a push up through mid on towards the B side. Mistu turns a corner, gets one, can't quite get the second, but the damage was just enough to let Kiyoshima equal that one. And now they've role reversed, but from behind comes Sipe here as two members of Mystik are going to make their way through CT. The bomb, they do have enough time for it to go down, and it's so important for Mystik to get this retake. We talked about how their money is in a tough spot. Flashes came through the door. The push through from GMX. Sipe is just below that window. One shot will take him out, but Mystik are going slow on this one. Flash came over, he didn't get it! GMX got taken out by Sipe, and Mystik are on the back foot again.
Yeah, and look at that economy. They cannot full buy. It would be a forced buy at this stage, and they don't want to do that. They want to get as many rounds as possible, or do they? They're going for the forced buy. This is ballsy. Let's see if it works out for them, because if they were to lose this round, they're then right on the back foot again. But maybe this is their stand. They realise the last couple of rounds have been really close. They won one of them, and there's the first kill from Kiyoshima. Gets his second. And suddenly, the genius of Clan-Mystik seems to be forming in. They went for the full buy. They've been rewarded with it so far. It's still far from over, though. Twist has an AWP. Couple of AKs on the side of both Sipe and Crims. But the two top fraggers of Olofmeister and Dennis, who are both on 10, are going to be silenced momentarily for the rest of this round. 1-8 the scoreline. Clan-Mystik feeling the... I'd have to say feeling the pressure. It seems strange to me that a team like this that we've seen in the past do such a good performance on Dust 2 would be suffering this badly on CT side. It is T favoured, but it's not this T favoured. GMX coming around from the backside will be securing that kill onto Sipe. And now it's all on Crims and Twist. They've got enough money to try and force the issue here. They don't have to save, but what about that from Shoxy? He's had a really quiet couple maps, but exploding with that double FAMAS. And that is going to be 2-8.
And it ended up worth it for them. We questioned at the beginning of that round, was it the right play? Ends up that time it was. No. I am still working with our admins and our stream team on the audio issue that is there. So it's not on the streamer's side of things. It may very well be to do with the encoding on the stream player. Dennis gets the first one. Doesn't quite get the next, as GMX did push him to try and make sure they got that AWP away from him. But Olofmeister now going to look to duel with GMX from the pit. Grenade didn't do that much, only I believe it was 2 from that, as GMX was quite healthy before it. But, oh man, is this push now on, because it's Mistu is actually going to shut that down. Crims did get taken out, but again, 1-for-1 all the time. Kiyoshima picks one up, but over the other side of the map, all the way in mid, it's Sipe moving with the bomb. And can he get Kiyoshima? Saw his head for a second. Flash comes out, and the smoke turns the corner. Kiyoshima, there were 2 of them, and the Sipe ended up falling.
Kiyoshima is the only player on the side of Clan-Mystik with a positive kill-to-death ratio. But let's see if they can finish this half strong. If they can come in with 5 rounds, they're going to be happy here, Clan-Mystik. So it's not impossible. They've got enough time to do just that. Team Global, let's see if they go for a different tactic. Last few rounds they have been up against the ropes. It's been a bit sketchy for them. Up through the mid. Unable to connect from Shoxy, although it was pretty close. SF again is going to be pushing aggressive with GMX. They go ahead and peek out of long. No kills, and not really a great deal of tags either come down, but they did get some information. There's Mistu picking up the first kill in the B tunnels. So again, that is going to put Team Global on the back foot. Now look at Mystik. They are trying to lock down both sides. You've got Shoxy watching short from the back boxes on A. SF is up on long A, just hanging around pit. And then 3 from Clan-Mystik occupying mid, with Kiyoshima rotating to B. This is looking good for Clan-Mystik, but 55 seconds still remain in this round as Team Global come out. Their Twist was 1. There's Twist with 2. Awesome play from him, and exploding into this round of Team Global as they pick up their 3rd consecutive kill. In the blink of an eye, Clan-Mystik have let this one slip through their fingers. Or have they? Because there's SF on long. He's going to be chiming in with a kill before Twist then just crushes down on Kiyoshima. And you can see from SF's movement that he is not interested in trying to stop them on A. So he is going to be rotating round the back towards the mid instead, trying to get some information as to where they're pushing. But unbeknownst to him, although I'd imagine his spidey senses are tingling, that the bomb's about to go down on B. And I don't fancy his chances. He's probably just going to save.
Yeah, I would imagine he'll want to save, but it is within the realms of possibility here. Crims is incredibly low. Twist is pretty much a one-shot here, and if he can get Twist through the mid, chooses not to take it, as he predicted. Didn't really want any of the 3 members from Global, but SF's in a bit of a tricky situation. He's going to get pushed from both sides here if Global decide to go for this. Sipes actually just going to watch it. Smart play down the long. Should be able to deal with anything. The bomb will go off. That is going to be Global taking another round. And oh, SF does get the first. Couldn't quite get Crims as well. And that's 9-3 now. And I was starting to think if Clan-Mystik got the remaining rounds there, they actually would have been in a decent spot. It is
definitely
T favoured here on Dust 2 and going into their T side. If they'd have got the rest of the rounds, they could have been okay. But again, on the back foot.
They are. They'll want these next 3. They again do force it up, and GMX is certainly getting into his stride here on Dust 2. I just wonder if it's too little too late though for the Frenchman, because Team Global, they are looking in charge, looking very, very big. Here's flash out from Olafmeister. That is going to be GMX picking up the kill. In fact, I think it was a flash from his tag team duo of SF there from Pit. But look at this, Shoxy is going to be picking down one player in the form of Dennis. He's going to peek back up again. Both 2 players are remaining here. Gets the second, gets the 3rd as well, and Shoxy with a FAMAS just exploding. 9-4 the scoreline. Do you know what? 9-6 is still on. This is doable.
It still is, and that was just set up by a beautiful flash out by GMX from long up onto short. Caught 2 of them, blinded them. Shoxy pops up, gets the couple of kills, and manages to finish off the round as well. Just really good flash timing there. Could not have been much better.
Definitely can't argue with that. Eco round for Team Global. 4 CZs, 1 Deagle for Olafmeister. And they are going to be playing aggressively as you'd expect. And maybe that is the right play to make as Twist comes through. Saib gets himself a CZ headshot. And now this is looking on for Team Global. This is astronomically bad for Clan-Mystik. They need these rounds desperately. And they had every advantage going forward. But Team Global have not even lost a player yet. There we go. GMX picks up 1 before falling. And that, in a nutshell, has been Dust 2.
I'm a little, well, lost for words on that round, actually. Shoxy smokes out short, jumps down and gets caught mid-jump, headshotted down, and from there, Global just got picks with CZs everywhere. And then picked up weapons and closed the round out. That should not have happened. That really should not have happened.
That's when Clan-Mystik were desperate for rounds. They need these so bad, and Team Global had just stepped it up a notch. They went for the hyper-aggressive play, and now Twist. It was a beautifully placed grenade just beforehand that landed on the feet of Shoxy, and Twist will go for the easy frag. And again, Team Global looking in charge.
Clan-Mystik all lose GMX on A site, and this aggressive play out of SF is just leaving A vulnerable again. Whilst, well, I say the aggressive play. It's actually Mystik dying on A is is leaving it pretty vulnerable. The playing aggressively on long isn't doing that on its own, but Kiyoshima gets 2 in mid. Oh, really should not have had that room to get the 2 of them, but still up against it. The AWP from Olafmeister. Kiyoshima, it's last round. No real choice but to push this. They know he's on short. Can he do a miracle here? No, it's going to be Crims rounding that one out. 11-4 for Team Global on their T side. And we said they wanted to end it quick. They are trying to do so.
Look at that. Twist 18 for 10 right now. So he's really stepped up to the plate. Had a bit of a quiet first half of Inferno, but he is coming good when it matters. And Team Global 11-4 on CT side. Now, this is the moment when Clan-Mystik, they need to start getting it together. They've been kind of out of sorts here. 12, 10, and 10 are their top fraggers, so kind of even, but Misty and SF really need to step up, both on 3 frags after 15 rounds. That is not a situation you're ever going to be comfortable with if you're in their shoes. But have a look at Clan-Mystik. 4 players stacking into long. Flash comes up. Now going to be rushing this one. Can they get this pick? Olaf-Meister gets 1. Here's Dennis with his 2. Looking for his 3rd as well, but Twist is the one that picks it up. And oh my god, it's all on Shoxy. He's a phenomenally strong player, but Dennis is going to get another USP headshot. And it just went from bad to much, much worse.
As soon as Olaf-Meister got that first from pit, in fact, I believe it was a flash came through, and he was able to move across the pit. They weren't able to check it as they came out of the door. The first out of the door didn't quite check it. Instantly got taken down. And from there, Dennis and the rest of Global, just beautiful crossfire, set everything up. And there was no way to push out long. Sipe is going to open this up. My goodness. Sipe with the triple kill. Sipe with the quad. That quick round again by Global. Man.
Yeah, Sipe with the textbook Eco Bash just smashing through onto B. And these are desperation plays right now for Mystik. They want to get these Eco rounds over quickly. They are going to go for the full buy here in that second round on T side. So they're putting a lot of eggs into this basket. Oh, I thought Twist was going to land that shot. He did have a bit of time to make it count, and he's on 19 for 10, so there's no doubting that he's on form right now. GMX peeks around just to get a flash in his face for his troubles. And again, Clan-Mystik, they're clutching at straws. They're clutching at any potential advantage that they can make for themselves. Shoxy has been flashed in short. 2 players there, Olaf-Meister and Dennis, are moving into position. GMX is setting himself up a grenade, but he's not actually going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Flashbang comes through. There's the first kill from Olaf-Meister. Dennis has spotted himself a player, but SF takes his head clean off his shoulders. Nice shot from him. Twist with a beautiful flick on Mistu, who was trying to sneak his way out of pit. And this is Team Global once again in command, player to the good. They've locked the bomb sites down, and this is getting quite claustrophobic for Mystik.
Olaf-Meister with another onto SF, and actually, Mystik just pick up 2. Kirishima and GMX have leveled this game, and Olaf-Meister is pretty low here. Sipe with the Famous going up against the Silence M4 and an AK, and looks like the push is on from long this time. AWP now in hands of Olaf-Meister. That's a lot better for him. Feels a lot more comfortable in the 1v2 on long. Played straight into his hands. Olaf-Meister takes another round for Global.
Give this guy an AWP and he will just knock players down all over the board. And again, look at Mystik forcing up a couple of assault rifles, 14-4 behind. This was their map. So this would be an interesting kind of chain of events if both teams lose their map and lose it convincingly as well. First map score was 16-6 to Clan-Mystik. And this is looking like it could be a similar scoreline here. Kirishima does get the better of Dennis before being finished off from Olaf-Meister. Did not see that kill coming in from Kyo, but fair enough. He picked it up when it was needed. And now this very quick approach onto the site itself. Looks like it could be right for the taking, but there's Olaf-Meister with 1. GMX lands the grenade. On top of Olaf-Meister, 3v2 situation. Bombers going down. Couple of players heavily tanked up from Clan-Mystik. So this retake is doable. Crims gets 1. Looking for a second, and he does pick that one up as well. And now it's all on GMX. Again, Mystik are looking like they're going to completely throw away a round that should have been theirs all along. GMX has been heavily tagged. Bomb being defused. It will get defused. And to add insult to injury, GMX gets dropped as well. 15-4 is the scoreline.
Crims with the sublime retake. You mentioned it. They were so low, and they just peeked their heads or were just outside of cover, and Crims makes it look easy, but man, that 3v2, man, that's just... I don't even have words for the positions there that Mystik had, because they were trying to just protect from all angles. Crims turns the corner on short, and my goodness, it's snowballing away from Mystik here, and now they're going to try and push from short. It's match point, or should I say map point. There is one more map to go if this does go in favor of Global, but they are right down to it. Team Global on map point. That's the start that Mystik needed. They take down Crims from GMX's AWP. But it's a slow rotate out from here. They don't want to force anything. One mistake from here pretty much ends the game for Mystik. So they have to compose themselves. Sipe is already set up here outside the tunnels, and actually is just going to move from his position just before Team Global start their push. Flash comes out. Sipe, can he get the spray down? No, he can't. Shucks is the first through the smoke, gets the kill. SF didn't get the next, but the bomb is going to go down on site. And 4v2, I don't fancy Team Global's chances on this.
No, and by the looks of things, neither do they. Alfmeister must be able to hear Kiyoshima, who pulls out his knife, gets caught with his pants around his ankles.
What?
Oh, a nice double shot there. Onto Shoxy. There's Misty, though, evening up the odds somewhat. And it's just a shootout at the OK Corral. But remember, the bomb has been planted, so whatever happens, Mystik do have this round. They desperately need to save this AWP, though. It's an expensive weapon, and they will manage to do just that. So, 15-5 will be the scoreline. Having a look at the economy from Team Global, they're going to be comfortable with this rebuy. It shouldn't be too much of a difficulty for them. I say comfortable. I was looking at the wrong one, so no, it won't be. They're going to be ecoing.
I was going to say, I think Crims might be a bit like, yeah, I can't afford anything. But it's okay. They've got enough rounds to play with.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of an understatement. They are on, I believe it's 10 match points now.
It is
They're
10,
going to
yeah.
go for just a boost. Boosting out through mid. They're actually going to catch the bomb carrier completely unawares. Drops through the smoke. His Shucks couldn't quite get more than Crims, but getting Crims to start that off was a good start. But Global are going to just start shredding down Mystik players here. They've got themselves a couple of weapons. Olofmeister couldn't keep a hold of it, and now it's only Twist that remains. He peeks out. Mystik take an easy round there, nearly getting a bit surprised by that boost.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still face palming a tiny bit, and I got the teams mixed up, and I'm like, yeah, they can buy up again. Oh wait, I was looking at T side. Nicely done, Vince. Really, really good there, bro. But Team Global, they now have 9 map points, and this just looks like a case of can Mystik steady the ship? Can they get a bit more confidence under their belt? Because the chances of winning this map are incredibly low. People saying the comeback is real. I'm still not quite sold on that concept just yet. If they get 3 or 4 more rounds, then yes, the comeback is very much real. But Team Global, GMX does chime in onto Twist, who actually had the positional advantage there, was just waiting. But does get bested from his opposite number. So now GMX is going to roar forward and try and lay down the pain. Pushing through onto short is Shoxy. Just Dennis is locking down the A site. You have Olofmeister on long. So that A side, if they were to push in, is looking pretty good. But Shoxy gets tagged in the head, does come back though in the best possible way, and picks that kill up for himself. Olofmeister on top of the crates is going to drop down to try and lock out the doors at long. And they're throwing out the grenades as well, so they're really trying to pincer in with this kill. That was a big one from Olofmeister though, because that now shuts down the long push. They can get encircled. Sipe and Crims trying to go in from short. Olofmeister from long. This is doable from Team Global, the way they've been playing especially. But there's GMX. He's got an AWP on the bomb site. Gets one. Gets himself 2. Can he get the 3rd? No. SF comes in and will secure that round. 7-15. Still not bought on the comeback is real, but it's certainly starting to look that way.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it, but you know, I'm contemplating my purchase.
There you go.
The problem with it though is that, you know, honestly, I feel like Mystik got I don't want to say lucky, but Dennis really should have killed Sharks. Like, I'm just going to say it straight up. He got the headshot, he got the dink, and couldn't follow it up with the second one. I mean, he was in a tough spot, but Sharks was flashed, and oh my goodness, GMX opening up with the CZ, and Mystik, maybe this is it. Starting to take it to the till, perhaps, because there's a double kill for SF. It was an eco for Global, of course, but it now is only Olofmeister that remains.
Yeah, the problem for Clan-Mystik is that they can't afford to make any big mistakes. It's all well and good them picking up the anti-ecos and getting some rounds under their kind of under their belts. But the problem is that when they make a huge mistake, they're going to lose this map because they have no buffer, they have nothing to fall back on. Another thing to mention as well is, even if Clan-Mystik do get the next 7 rounds, and they do take 10 in a row, that just takes it into overtime stress. That's not even the map win for them. They still then have to go through overtime, and a full buyout for Team Global. So this is another test for Clan-Mystik. Can they pull it off?
Yep, it's another round that they have to go through a big round here. And you know, if they keep winning as well, if Mystik win this, the economy kicks in for Global Crims. Gets pretty heavily tagged there. But what can Mystik do here? They've been doing pretty well the last couple of rounds. Of course, it is T favored, so it's somewhat expected. Oh, that's not what they wanted. GMX getting taken down by Olivmeister puts the numbers back in the favor of Global. And the round count is certainly in favor of Team Global. And